The following program was produced by an independent community producer. The opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the ECAT staff or board of directors.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's the Ron Van Dam Show.
Hold on tight, things can get a bit weird, if you like that sort of thing.
Hey, welcome to the program. Oh my God, it's great to see you again. I can see you right through your little cable box thing. I don't care if you got Verizon or Comcast. It doesn't matter. I can still see you. All I'm going to ask you, because I can see you, if there's a little thing in the box, you can't see it. It's a little camera that is hidden there, you know. That's a conspiracy theory, but, you know, let's go with it. I can actually see what you're doing. All I'm asking you for the next half hour, would you please go put some pants on? Because it's embarrassing. I have pants on, although you can't see them, but I have them on. So please, thank you. I know you want to be comfortable and it's the summer, but still. All right, thank you so much. Oh, Lord. I decided, oh, hi, by the way. I don't know if you're familiar with my program. If you're not, you're probably going to say, what the hell is this? It's a guy that has been on the radio for 30 years and had a television show for 25 years. And all he does is this bizarre comical satire thing. And we don't get it, but we watch it anyway. If you're interested in listening, I'm still doing the radio thing. I can be found on that. Was it called the internet? Is that what it's called? And some selected radio stations around the country. But the best is the internet thing because it's right in front of you. You go to my name, ronvandam.com or newenglandbroadcasting.com, and you'll find me there. I do a new half-hour show every single weekday, unless it's Christmas or Thanksgiving or Hanukkah. Otherwise, I'm pretty much doing it. Because what I talk about are the things in life that make no sense. And it's an endless pool of possibilities. So I always have enough material. Sometimes I talk incessantly. Other times, no, it's just the incessantly part. So that's it. It's a half-hour show because it's on that internet thing. It's one they call them platforms. I don't know. I don't feel raised up at all when I'm doing it. But I'm on that Pandora thing where they sell the jewelry. What? Oh, the music one? I'm on that. iHeartRadio, I'm on that. And a few of their syndicated stations, broadcast stations too. Thank you, iHeartRadio. And then I'm on that's Stitcher and Apple Podcasts and Google Podcast thing, Audible or something like that. I'm on the Alexa thing. I'm on the Amazon Music thing. SoundCloud, Soundstruck, Soundsize. All those, just about all of them. So it's hard not to find me, if that's what you choose to do with a half hour of your day. And that's my pitch. That's it. Once a week, I come into this cable studio and I do what I do on the radio. It's kind of a stripped down version, not that I'm stripped down, but on the radio I have guests and I interview them for about 10 minutes out of the 20 on the show, you know, just about 10 minutes, not a lot to ask. And they're usually somewhat interesting, sometimes political, sometimes not, always informative. They're experts in all different fields. I do that on the show. I don't bring them in here because that's embarrassing. Then you got to set up another mic, and then people have to be here to, it's just a pain in the butt. So I just talk on this particular one. Also on the radio internet thing, I have some people that do some great stuff. I have a comedy writer, John Shanahan. He performs. He does comedy commercials for us and comedy spots. He's a funny guy. He's on the program on a regular basis. There's a guy, Jason, who performs our theme music and closing theme. And We have some great producers who set up the interviews and all that stuff. And I even have a person that does digital marketing for me. Is that what they call that? What do they call that? Social media stuff. Yeah, so I got a team, man. I got a team. As a matter of fact, if you want to do lunch with me, you're gonna have to do it with one of my people. I do not do lunch. I don't. I have no reason to sit down in a restaurant and watch you chew your food. I don't. It's just not. I don't really. Not a thing of my. Not on my bucket list to watch you chew your food. And if I don't know you that well, I'm not going to sit next to you at the table. I'm going to sit across from you, and then it's like a direct view of your mouth churning that stuff. I can't do it. So I send one of my people. They're not as interesting nor tall as I am, and they usually don't have a beard, but, they show up, and that's all you can really ask for in today's world. And that's my pitch. How long did that take? 5 minutes to introduce myself. Wow, nice, huh? I dressed up for you. You're not even wearing pants. Some people say, Ron, are you like this in real life? No, I'm not. If you know me, if you've ever bumped into me in the street, and don't do that. You've said, oh, it's nothing like he is on the radio. It's because I'm performing. If I just sat here like the rest of the people on the station, and I just talked about, and I love to do that, and here is the thing that I do and look, and these are the things, and you should know that I can't do that. So you have to embellish. I mean, I don't lie, but I do it in a theatrical sense. I don't talk like this. I don't talk like, hey, how are you today? I don't say that. I go, hey, how are you today? I don't do this. This is a theatrical thing. If you saw people in the theater on a stage and they just said, hi, Sally, what are you doing? Not much today, Bob. What are you doing? Not much, Sally. Do you want to say something? I can say something to you, Bob. Well, I can say something to you, Sally. You'd walk out of the theater in 2 seconds. Bob and Sally have to have interaction. They have to have a conflict. They have to raise their voices and show emotion. This is what you do. This is what I was taught. Even in radio, I went to a radio broadcasting school. Yeah, I did. It was part of my college thing. Back then, you had to have an FCC license. You don't have to do that anymore, but back then you did. So I had to get that, and I had to go through this. And then I wanted to go into broadcast, so I had to go take these classes on how to speak properly. Well, that didn't work. As a matter of fact, President Biden and I have something in common. We're both incredibly intelligent. Also, we're both losing our hair. Also, he's older than I am, by the way. But also, I stuttered as a child. I had a horrible stuttering problem. In school, when the teacher would ask questions, how many people know how many people are in the Civil War? And I know, I was 16, but I would never raise my hand because I knew I would stutter. So I never answered questions. I stayed out of conversations. I didn't talk much. I became very, very quiet and laid back because I knew I couldn't get what was on my mind through my mouth orally, which is what mouth means. So I stuttered, and I went to a speech therapist until I was about 13 years old. And we went through therapy, and it cost my parents a lot of money. And one day, he just walked up to me, and he slapped me in the face, and he says, cut out this crap. And I was better. No, that's not how it happened. That's not how it works. It sounds like it should, but it doesn't. So I don't stutter. I stutter a little bit, but look, I made a career in broadcasting. Holy crap, Ron. That's incredible. President Biden stuttered as a guy, still stutters a little bit. President of the United States. No matter what you think of him, President of the United States. For now. So, that's all I'm saying. I don't know why I said that. Well, I'm just trying to let you know a little bit about myself. Now, you tell me something about you. Go on, it's okay. I can hear you through that cable box. Tell me something about you. Uh-huh. Oh, really? How long did you do that? Oh, wow. How'd you get into that? Oh, oh, all right. That I don't have to know that. Wow. Uh-huh. Seriously? That's disgusting. And what do you do after that? And you do that every day? That's a bit, how can I put it? Weird. Wow. Okay, don't tell me any more about yourself. I think that's enough. Whoa. Back off. Got a little too close to the speaker on that one. All right. You know, I am getting a little bit older. It seems like every day I'm getting older. That's weird. But you too. I'm getting older, and what I've realized is the wonderful thing about getting older is that I don't have to. And I don't even have to finish the sentence. I don't even have to. There's nothing that I have to do. I still have to work, and I still have to do some stuff, but I do it on my own terms. When I went to school, and by the way, kids going back to school, sorry, man, we all have to do it. Just do it. Do it. We all did it. You do it too. And like your parents say to you, you do your best. That's all we want from you. We want you to do your best. They want more, believe me. They want scholarships. Who's going to pay for that crap, huh? Scholarships. Anyway, back to school. I went to school for 12 years, grades 1 through 12. I think that's 12 years. I went to kindergarten. My parents even sent me to nursery school to teach me how to march around a room. Today, I can march around a room better than anybody because I went to nursery school. And then they followed it up in kindergarten, even better at marching around a room. Anyway, so I did that for 12. That's 14 years. Then I went to college for 4 years and a little post stuff after that. So, oh my God, we're talking 16, 18 years of oh no. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. 18 years of having to get up in the morning and go to something and not being released until late afternoon. I had to do it every weekday unless there were like these 17,000 holidays that they have now. But when I was going to school, there weren't 17,000 holidays. There were only like maybe 4 or 5. We didn't have whole weeks off either. So 9 to 5, it was 9 to 5. It was like 8 to 3, which is still a lot. And then college, and then all that stuff. And things that I had to be there. I had to be there, and I couldn't leave until the session was over. And I had to sit there and listen to some person talk incessantly, similar to this, for a long period of time about things that they thought they knew, and later on I found out that's not necessarily true. 18 years of my life for that, because I had to do it. I wasn't even being paid to be there. My parents even paid for 4 years of that stuff on the late end, the college part. They paid for me to sit in a place. So, that was great. And then I had to get a job because without working 9 to 5 or whatever your hours are, you can't get a paycheck or make any money if you're an entrepreneur. So you have to do it every single weekday. Now the holidays are like fewer and far between. The vacations are nil. And you do that for, like how long? 20, 30 years? Sometimes longer. Sometimes 40 years. And then, all different time frames there. But a lot of years, decades of having to be somewhere on time and not leaving until the day is over. Then there comes a part of your life. And it's not necessarily called retirement, but it could be. There comes a point in your life where you can say to yourself, I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. Hey, it's time to get up. I don't have to do that. Hey, it's time to go to bed. I don't have to do that, but I already am. You listen to me. I want to say something to you. No, I don't have to do that. I can walk away. Yeah. Hey, you want to go here? You know, everybody wants to go. You want to come with us? No, I don't have to do that. You reach a certain age, I think it's 70, where you don't, in Massachusetts, you don't have jury duty. You don't have to go to jury duty anymore. You're excused just because you're of your age. You know, they stop asking you, and if they do after the age of 70, you can say, no, I don't have to do that. And they go, you're right. And that's the end of it. There is a certain luxury to know I don't have to do that. And you can start saying that right now, even if you have a full work day. You can say to people, you know, Bob, want to go fishing? We always go fishing. Let's go fishing. You know what? No, I don't have to do that. I just sit there in a boat or on a little stool on the banks of a river or something, or a pond, and I listen to you talk incessantly, and the fish don't bite, and if they do, so what? So, like, no, I don't have to do that. And then some people have a bucket list. I want to skydive. I want to bungee jump. I want to go on a roller coaster and pee my pants. You know what I say to that? No, I don't have to do that. It's a lovely phrase. The other phrase that I like is whatever, because it shows a total lack of interest in what you're doing. And it shows that I don't really care, but I'll do it anyway. So whatever is great. If you want to annoy the other person by saying a word like whatever, it does annoy them. So that's good. But then you end up doing it because you said whatever, which means, yeah, I guess. No more, I guess. No. Start taking control. Start saying, no, I don't have to do that. And you don't have to wait until you're retiring or whether you're 40 or 50 or whatever. You can say that in your life. You can know who you are. You don't have to go to that Who's Me 123 or Ancestry.com net, whatever, biz, whatever. You don't have to find yourself and your relatives that way. You don't have to. You don't have to find out that your great-grandfather was a pencil case. It's not important. I happen to know my great-great-grandmother's sister's cousin was a donkey. Who knew? Some kind of weird crossbreeding going on there. If someone says to you, hey, look at my dog. Isn't my dog cute? Do you want to pet my dog? No, I don't have to do that. Now, if you say that out loud, sometimes that's a little caustic, and maybe you don't want to say certain things out loud. There are two options to not saying things out loud, like, no, I don't have to do that, or like, why would I want to do that? That's insulting too. There are two options. One is to say it in your head and don't say it out loud. That's not all that satisfying. But you could do that. That way people will like you more. You'll get along with everybody, even though mentally you don't, but verbally you do. But that's a little manipulative. It's not real. So do what I do, and that's respond, but mumble to the point where they don't understand what you just said. I'll give you an example. Hey, let's go rock climbing on Saturday. What are you, crazy? What'd you say? Did you say, what are you, crazy? No, I said, what are you, crazy? I didn't understand you. Never mind. That way you got it out. They think they heard that, but they're not sure. And then you got to end it with, no, never mind, not important. That's what I do. I like that. It serves two purposes. Now, a lot of you watching this show for the first time are probably saying, Ron, you seem like a nice guy, but you're a little off kilter and you got some kind of a mean, sarcastic streak to you. Well, perhaps. Who doesn't? But I am actually the most loving person you will ever meet. Yeah, that's true. You treat me nice, I will shower you with gifts. That's not true. That's not true. but I will be nice back. And I can be lovely. I can be freaking lovely. Am I hard to deal with? Sure, so are you. Ever take a look in the mirror? Ever hear yourself speak? You're like nowhere. I mean, what do you expect? See, we all think that we are so wonderful. If anybody really got to know me, they'd see how wonderful that I am. But the problem is we don't let people get to know us because we know we're not all that wonderful. There are some real wonderful people. They usually work in a church for whatever reason, you know, and it doesn't have to be religious reason. Religion, man, you know, if you're hooked up to it and it's good for you, it's good for you. But I don't like this division of I belong to this religion, I belong to this religion, I believe in this, I believe in that. That's personal stuff. That's personal. You don't need to share that. You don't need to convert anybody. And you know what religion is done? Look at the Middle East. You know what that's about? Their religion wars is really all they are. Because the people are so inbred into the religion that they tag those things together. And do they ever try to get along with each other? Do they respect their various views and beliefs and religions? No. They want to annihilate each other. Their responses are the same. I won't be happy until I wipe you off the face of the earth. That'll make me happy. Oh, okay. I don't think you're understanding stuff. You're not supposed to want to wipe people off the earth because you disagree with them. That's not right. People should be able to express their opinions, live their own lives, as long as they don't interfere with the person standing next to them. Other than that, go for it. This isn't what I want to talk about today, but this is what happens on my show. I start talking about something and it just like morphs into something else. An interesting part of what I do, and I don't know why I am like this, but I will get up in the morning. I do my radio shows at 6 o'clock in the morning. I do. And then they're recorded for, the rest of the day. But do it 6 o'clock in the morning. So I get up, I get dressed, I look in the mirror, and I go, ooh, glad I'm doing radio. And I go into my studio, and I sit there with microphones and audio crap and stuff. I have no idea when I sit down to do it, 80% of the time, let's say, I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. But as soon as I hear the theme music and I open my mouth, I got a show. I don't know how that happens. Does it work all the time? No, nothing works all the time. Does it work most of the time? Yeah, it does. So I don't know what I'm going to talk about necessarily. It's based on what I'm picking up from your cable box. I snorted. It's back to school. And I don't know when you're watching this because they repeat some of these television things. And sometimes it's months after what I'm talking about actually occurred. So I try not to make it too current because you never know with this TV stuff. Anyway, it is back to school for the kids. And I want to speak to the kids. You can bring them back into the room now. Oh, I didn't tell you to get rid of the kids while I was doing the show. Oh, sorry. Kids, you'll be going back to school rather shortly. At least try to get a scholarship. See, that's what your parents tell you. They say, all we want you to do is just try your best. And then they end the sentence. It's not the end of the sentence. All we want you to do is try your best to get a scholarship. That's how the rest of the sentence goes. And you can do that. And kids, I want to tell you something. If you, at your age, your tender, young, loving age, if you find your passion and pursue it, even on the side, you will be a stronger, better, more ambitious, driven member of society. But screw society right now. You'll be a better person yourself. And therefore, when you're a better person yourself, you will contribute to society automatically. Find your passion. Well, Ron, Mr. Van Dam, because there's respect here, age respect. Well, Mr. Van Dam, I like baseball. Baseball is my passion. All right, listen to me. Good. I'm glad you enjoy it. That's not your passion. That's your enjoyment release. Your passion has to be something that is within you that you know without question that you are extremely good at it, even though you don't know how to do it. There's something in life that you've been doing, even at your young, tender age, that is specific to you, and you do it really, really well. And it's not baseball. You can't hang your hat on being a Major League Baseball player. There's not a lot of them really in the world, and it's not going to happen. Don't go the sports route. Well, I want to be a sportscaster. No. Sportscasters are people who are already retired from the sport, who have great reputations. That's not you. Find your passion and do it. Make it a hobby. Turn it into cash someday. I don't know. But when you do that, life is a lot simpler. If you can find that passion and that drive and that special knowledge that you got it. This is something I got. I was born with this. People say, I love to sing. I was born to sing. I've been singing. Yeah, you sing really well. I was born to sing. Not all of them are, but whatever. Find your passion, kids. That's all I can tell you. And try very, 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 very hard to get a scholarship. Your parents will appreciate that. Other than that, I got nothing for you. Nothing. It would be nice if the older population cleaned up the planet a little bit better than it would be to set the stage for you. That would be nice. But unfortunately, a lot of older people, older than you, only care about the moment and not the future. You are the future. Now you got to care for yourself. So if you're of the younger generation, as I was when I was part of my younger generation, I cared about things like that. I cared about the environment. I cared about people getting along. I cared about things that were really unifying as opposed to dividing. I cleaned things up as a younger child hippie kind of guy that I was, and kind of still am. That's your thing too. Don't expect the older guys to do it for you. They're not. They haven't. They even caused the problem. It's for you to do. Find your passion. Stop talking back to me. And close the door when you walk into the house. What do you think? We live in a barn? And actually, some people do live in a barn. So your answer would be, yeah, I do think we live in a barn because we do. Oh, that's right. We're farmers. See, it doesn't work for everything. And kids, before you leave, don't run with scissors. I don't know. I never ran with scissors because I thought that was a stupid idea. But don't run with them. Don't run with any sharp object. Really, it's more than just scissors. And eat your vegetables. Vegetables are like the medicine of the world. Eat vegetables. Eat green vegetables. If you do that at an early age, you'll be amazed at the incredible life you will have. Don't ask many adults because they didn't do that. They smoked like 10 packs of cigarettes a day. Not good for them. You can turn that around. You can change that right now. I'm out of time. Goodbye, kids. Goodbye, parents of the kids. Goodbye, everybody. I'll be back next week with another program. Until then, I wish you peace.